Lily is so lucky to have a beautiful mom. In my case, my daughter takes after my wife, which is super disappointing. Ugh. My husband never stops putting down our daughter Marie and me, his wife. He keeps praising his niece Lily as if she's the only cute one. The most disappointing person here is actually him. It seems like it's high time he understood that. My name is Mia. I'm a working mother in my late 40s. My daughter's name is Marie. She is a 12th grade student and is super busy with her studies every day. My husband Sam is also in his late 40s and works as a salaried employee. He seems to have a tough time in middle management and he's always complains when he comes home from work. I'm willing to be lenient about him venting his work-related stress. If only it stopped there. Sam tends to take out his dissatisfaction on his family. Specifically, Sam says bad things directly to me and Marie. Complaining that my cooking is bad has become a routine. He says it every meal, even though he finishes everything on his plate. After meals, he complains that the house hasn't been cleaned. He runs his finger along window rails and says, "There's still dust. Do it over." Are you a character from an old drama? In the end, you're just a disappointing wife, no matter what you do. He even complains about the way I polish the glasses. It's getting really tiresome. But it doesn't stop there. Sam also says terrible things to Marie. Despite her being his own daughter, he finds fault with everything. At her age, teens usually care about fashion, but if she changes her hairstyle even a little, he says it doesn't suit her. If she chooses a club activity, he says, "What? Such a pointless club." Even if she gets good grades on a test, he says, "What's with these grades? Try harder." He never praises her, only belittles her. Whenever Sam opens his mouth, family time turns into the worst time. Both Marie and I have had enough of Sam. One day we took advantage of a long weekend to visit the in-laws' house. Living in the in-laws' house are Sam's brother, Tom, and his family. We don't visit them very often. Tom is very kind and a really nice guy. His only daughter, Lily, is also in the 12th grade, like Marie, and she's a very good girl. Marie and Lily get along very well. However, there is also a problem in this house. Sister-in-law, which stands for Tom's wife, sister-in-law Lucy is so beautiful, you'd think she was a model. I find myself rudely wondering why she married Tom, who has an average face just like Sam. But she's strange. A little too strange, in fact. She makes comments that mock me. "Mia, you're not good at makeup, are you? Oh, maybe no amount of effort can help. People often say I look beautiful even without makeup." This is just the beginning. The most harmless level. "I lost weight again. I just can't gain weight no matter what I eat, Mia. You've become more robust, haven't you? What exactly are you eating to look like that?" "I was walking downtown and got asked if I wanted to be a madam model. It's such a hassle to say no to these kind words. I'm kind of jealous. Mia doesn't have to deal with that." "The other day when I was walking with Lily, people mistook us to be sisters. How embarrassing, Mia. At least you clearly look like a mom." She fires off these insults as naturally as breathing. I'll admit that Lucy is truly beautiful and has an incredible figure. Her stories are probably true as well. But is there really a need to put me down each time? Every time Tom says, "Why would you say something like that? It's rude," but she barely gets it. Lucy just smiles frivolously and says, "But it's true, you know." I guess I can just about tolerate the level of insult and let it slide with a laugh. However, sometimes a chemical reaction occurs. Mixing can be dangerous. That's when Sam's switch is flipped. "You're right. Lucy, my wife, really lacks charm." He dares to criticize others while he himself is already balding. Lucy's daughter has inherited her mother's good looks. She's in the 12th grade, like my daughter Marie, but she looks so mature and she could pass for a college student. She's fashionable and beautiful, and Marie loves her. Fortunately, while Lily may look like Lucy, she has Tom's personality. She doesn't look down on Marie or me, and is kind and a considerate girl. Being beautiful and having a good personality is the ultimate combo, isn't it? Marie always says, her eyes shining. She probably looks up to her favorite cousin. Thanks to that, Marie has also become more refined. She doesn't wear makeup yet, but she started to become more stylish within the boundaries of school rules. She probably spends about 30 minutes in front of the mirror every morning before school. At least that's gotten rid of her habit of oversleeping. I don't mind going to the in-laws' house, where the in-laws, John and Sophia, are also nice people, as well as Tom and Lily. It's just Lucy and Sam's attitudes that bother me. Neither Tom's words nor mine seem to get through to them. Is there a good way to change these two with bad mouths? As I pondered this, the visit to the in-laws' house this time came around. Oh, Mia! You've aged again, haven't you? You have more wrinkles than me. If we walk together, people will think I'm the younger one. 3 minutes after opening the door to the in-laws' house, Lucy was already elevating herself while belittling me. This seems like it's going to be another depressing time. Mia, are you taking good care of your skin? You must use a lot of moisturizer. When I go to the cosmetic section, the salespeople even say my skin looks youthful. Is it going to be like this again today? I'm getting really fed up with this. I thought, fuming, my attention towards my daughter and niece. Marie and Lily are both studying for their exams, so they've spread out their textbooks and are having a study session. They've just entered their senior year, and they probably won't be able to come to the in-laws' house much longer due to their busy study schedules. They'll likely pass on Thanksgiving and Christmas gatherings, so the next time they'll meet is probably after they've entered college. Knowing that, Marie decided to come along today. I peek into their notebooks without disturbing them too much, only to find a series of numbers that I can't understand. I was able to help out with their studies up until they were in elementary school, but the material they're working on in the 12th grade is beyond my comprehension. Did I really study stuff like this? What a different world, I pondered as I watched. It looks like Marie was teaching Lily. Marie was always good at math, I mused. Just then, Lily looked up at Marie with shining big eyes. Wow, Marie, you explained it so well. I've always struggled with math, but this is probably the first time I've really understood it. You're even better than the teacher. Marie seemed pleased to be praised by her beloved cousin. While blushing, Marie scratches her cheeks and says, "Oh, it's nothing really." However, not everyone is pleased by this. Lucy, who believes she is the best and that her daughter is second best, with everyone else below, decides to chime in. Let's see. Oh, of course, it figures that a plain girl would be good at plain studies. There's even someone nodding along to that statement. Sadly, it was my own husband, Sam. Yeah, Marie may not have the looks, but at least she can study. Well, there's nothing else you can do, is there? Exactly. Are Marie and Lily even related by blood? Well, Lily got her cuteness from me, so there's no way she'd be cute if she got it from your side of the family. That's enough. Just as Sam and Lucy start getting carried away, Tom makes his entrance. Though he's red in the face with anger, Sam and Lucy don't seem to care. To top it off, Sam slowly takes out his wallet. Next thing you know, he's handing $50 to Lily. Lily really is beauty. She's definitely winning at life. For a kid like that, Uncle's gotta give her some allowance. You're modest and have good character. Why don't you try putting some effort into looking nice instead of just studying? Though I doubt it'll do much given your mom has always been the type to make pointless efforts. Hearing such cruel words from both her aunt and dad, tears slowly start to fill Marie's eyes. But Sam didn't care and kept on praising Lily's cuteness. Lily is so lucky to have a beautiful mom like Lucy. Marie, on the other hand, is so unlucky to have a mom like Mia. Lily is super happy because she looks like Lucy. Marie is super unfortunate because she resembles Mia. What a difference, huh? Marie's eyes seem to be pleading, enough already. Marie's teary eyes send an SOS. But Sam continues to ignore it, and together with Lucy, they keep praising Lily and belittling Marie. Enough is enough! In that moment, a voice louder than I'd ever heard from myself erupted. I'd reached my limit seeing Marie's tears. I silently took Marie's hand and walked out of my in-laws' house. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I can't even. I'll never forgive him. Usually we'd stay overnight at my in-laws' house, but of course, that wasn't going to happen this time. As soon as we got back home, we received back-to-back calls from my mother-in-law, Sophia and Tom. Both of them kept apologizing profusely, and it's not like John and Sophia or Tom are to blame. I could see that John and Sophia, while finding it difficult to speak directly to their daughter-in-law Lucy, were saying something to their actual son Sam. They were probably scolding him. Still, Sam just laughed it off. As for Lucy, she's infuriating too, but I think that's for Tom to handle. Sam, however, is another story. He didn't come after us when we went back home. He actually stayed the night at my in-laws' house. Marie and I discussed it and then made a decision. The night after the incident at the in-laws' house, Sam finally came home. "I'm back." That's how carelessly he entered the house. Naturally, I didn't greet him back. All I gave him was silence. I expected it, but Sam just laughed it off. With that smile still on his face, he peered into the living room and looked around. "Is Marie in her room?" "Marie isn't here." As I answered, Sam looked at the clock and his face turned grim. "She's not back yet? It's already 10 at night. Even if she's at cram school, that's too late." In response to Sam's words, I exaggeratedly let out a big sigh and got up from the sofa. As I headed toward the fridge, I casually said to Sam, "She's not here anymore," before opening the fridge. "What?" Sam tilted his head, unable to comprehend what I'd just said. I noticed this out of a corner of my eye as I popped open a can of beer. The satisfying sound reverberated in the room. "What do you mean she's not here? Did she stay over at a friend's house or something?" "I mean exactly what I said. She's not in this house anymore." What? I don't get it." "She said she doesn't need a terrible dad like you, so she left." "Wait, what? Left to where?" "How should I know?" "How can you be so calm? Are you even a mom?" "Unfortunately, yes." "Come on, that was a joke. Who would take it seriously?" "A joke, you say?" Unable to hold back, I slammed the can into the sink. A dull sound echoed. I glared sharply at Sam. "A joke is something that makes everyone laugh." What? You're actually angry? Your joke wasn't funny at all. The only people laughing were you and Lucy. No one else was laughing. How was that a joke?" "Well, that's because you're all too stubborn." "What kind of joke makes your own daughter cry?" "I thought maybe it would motivate her or something." "There's no child in the world who would be motivated by that." But... Shut up. No but about it. What you've done is more than enough for Marie to abandon you." "Abandon? Marie's going to abandon me?" "That's why she ran away." What the hell?" Does he really not understand what an irreversible mistake he's made unless I spell it out like this? How low quality can he be? With a pale face, Sam grabbed my arm. I coldly shook him off. What should I do?" "How should I know? Do you think she'd forgive me if I apologize?" "This is the result of what you've been doing to Marie for over a decade. Don't think it's going to be that easy to fix." He probably has a lot to reflect on from what I just said. Sam was at a loss for words, and then, "I'll go look for her." With that, he dashed out of the house. So he does care that Marie is gone after all. That's disappointing, especially after how much he said it wouldn't matter. But it's too late now. I watched Sam leave, then went back to the room to grab my bag. It was packed as though I was going on a trip. I had already sent the bulk of it via courier earlier in the day. I only kept what seemed immediately necessary, but it was still a substantial amount. I picked up my bag and left the house. Making sure Sam was nowhere in sight, I stepped out onto the main street and hailed a taxi. As for where I'm headed... What's going on? Where are your bags gone to? This is the first thing I heard when Sam called me. His voice was so loud that even holding the phone away from my ear didn't help. Ignoring what he had to say, I put the phone back to my ear and spoke. "Well, of course they're gone. I took them with me." "Took them? Where the hell are you?" His voice is so loud that I pulled the phone away from my ear again. Deciding I've had enough, I put the call on speaker. I place the phone on the table, take a sip of my coffee, and then speak. "I don't think I need to tell you where. Anyway, I'm running away from home too, so good luck living on your own." What? Are you kidding me? You think you can get away with this? You should be happy your troublesome wife is gone." "Ugh, you're so persistent. I told you it was a joke." Can you believe he's still calling it a joke? Just as I'm about to raise my voice at the unrepentant Sam, that's when it happens. Dad's jokes are never funny. There's no way something that hurts your daughter could ever be funny. Our daughter Marie yells from beside me. The one who is shocked is Sam. "Marie, are you with her?" he shouts in a flustered voice. "Of course I am. Mom and I are at Grandma and Grandpa's house."
"Grandparents? Wait,
You mean Mia's parents' place? Yes, exactly. Marie and I are at my parents' house in the next town over. All right, I get it. I'm coming to pick you up. Let's talk this over, okay? With that, Sam hangs up the phone. I wonder if he's really prepared for this conversation. With that thought, I look over my shoulder. About 10 minutes later, Sam arrives by car, and then he's speechless. Why is everyone here? It's not surprising that Sam is shocked. After all, not only are my parents at my family home, but also my in-laws, John and Sophia, Tom, and even my niece Lily and her mother Lucy. It's a gathering of people who would hardly ever come together, except for rites of passage. Faced with this, Sam is at a loss for words. I smile at Sam and say, "Well, sit down here," pointing to the floor. The circle is formed by me, my parents, Tom, John, and Sophia, and then Mary and Lily. Here? Yes, right there. Faced with my compelling smile, Sam takes a seat with a strained expression. By the way, Lucy is sitting outside of the circle, all by herself. All right, then, anything you'd like to say? I've done nothing wrong. Is this the mouth that still makes jokes? As I pinch his cheek, he screams, "Ouch!" Rubbing his now red cheek, Sam speaks, "Because it was a joke!" And this is the mouth that still makes jokes? Ouch, ouch, ouch! Seeing Sam's overly frivolous attitude, I became angry, and then my parents took over. Sam, what do you think a family is? Are you supposed to protect your family as it is a central figure? That's what I've been doing. So belittling your daughter and wife is your way of protecting them? Do you even cherish Marie to begin with? Absolutely, with overflowing love. So belittling her every day and comparing her to other children is your idea of overflowing love? Sam loses his words under my dad's glare. Then John and Sophia speak. Really, what a foolish son. What? Sam is surprised by the harsh words from his actual parents. John and Sophia don't stop there. I can only think that we raised you wrong. How could you turn out to be such a fool? But Sophia, Tom turned out to be a fine man. Maybe we should consider that it's Sam's character that's the problem here. You're right, John. The child has always had a tendency to look down on people. We've warned him countless times and even gave him advice, but he never listens. Really, he's such a disappointment. Wait, isn't that going a bit too far? And where do you get off saying your wife and daughter are disappointing? What about you? Is not disappointing? Ah! You can't even imagine how awful it feels to be on the receiving end of such comments. You really are a disappointing child. So disappointing. I'm sorry. The one you should be apologizing to isn't us. Yes, Marie, Mia, it was my fault. I'm sorry. Finally, words of apology fly out from Sam, who deeply apologizes to me and our daughter. Not that I plan to forgive him. I will never forgive him for what he said to Marie. I glance sideways at Marie, who has a perfectly expressionless face. She seems completely unmoved by her father's apology, and I can't help but give a wry smile. It must have gotten through to Sam. Marie, Dad was wrong too. Dad was too? What do you mean? Finally, Marie speaks, her voice low. Sam's face turns pale. What? So Dad also thinks I'm at fault? That ultimately it's all because I'm a disappointment? So Dad, you prefer Lily and Aunt over me and Mom, right? No, that's not it. We're just a disappointing wife and daughter, aren't we? I also find it disappointing to have someone like you as my dad. I don't need a disappointing dad anymore. It's a nuisance if you like Lily and Aunt so much, you should go live with them. What? No, that's a bit much. Sam is flustered. Then his niece Lily speaks. Even I don't want to live with such a disappointing uncle. What? Sam is shocked by the unexpected remark from Lily, but Lily doesn't stop. Saying awful things about your own wife and daughter while doting on your niece? You're the one who's disappointing for thinking your family is a letdown. I'm sorry. I don't need such a pathetic apology. I hate both Mom and you, Uncle. I don't even want to see your faces. Lily's words catch everyone by surprise, and Lucy lifts her face in shock. Lily, you hate Mom too? Mom, you also kept making excuses whenever Dad warned you. You don't think you're wrong at all, do you? Both of you. Mom and Uncle are the worst for talking bad about others. Do you think you're such a good people that you have the right to criticize? You're just spiritually impoverished. If you ask me, both of you are just pathetic and awful human beings. Lucy is extremely disheartened by these words. And Sam also droops his shoulders when Marie says, I also hate Dad. So, in conclusion, I spoke to wrap things up. Marie and I will continue living at my parents' house. It seems we don't need to transfer schools and we can commute by bus. The university we aim for is closer to my parents' house, so there's no issue. So you're not coming back until university? It's not just until university. Are you saying we're getting a divorce? Well, that depends on your actions from now on. In other words, Sam had not anticipated being abandoned by his family. He was extremely dejected. Afterwards, it seems that Tom had a stern talking with Lucy. Her actions until now had finally caused his anger to explode, and they decided to live apart, meaning Lucy was expelled from her in-laws' house. Since Lucy's biological parents have already passed away, she has nowhere to go and must live on her own from now on. It seems that Lucy is quite shocked, but I doubt people like her will ever change. A divorce is likely in the cards. My niece Lily seems quite pleased that her mother Lucy is leaving. And as for Lily, she said to my daughter Marie with a smile, "Let's continue to get along," and they hugged each other. As for Sam, he sent apology calls and messages for a while, but stopped after I told him it was annoying. Even though he never listened before, it's too late to think that just listening now will make things forgivable. He's been making regular payments for living expenses and child support, so we'll see if he shows any sincerity going forward. That said, it's questionable whether he'll be able to attend Marie's wedding ceremony. As for Marie, she's been freed from a dad who only had harsh words for her and is enjoying truly happy days. The increase in her smiles makes me happy too. I've also started working and am leading a fulfilling life. At this rate, it looks like we won't even need living expenses from Sam. I quietly smile as I ponder what this all means.